Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Steve,
I'm Scott.
and together we are Backyard Musings broadcasting from Apple Valley, California. We are the Science and Technology channel, bringing you stories like that special edition, that coronal flare. That's not being carried by the mainstream.
Haven't heard it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're trying to bring you stuff that's innovative, might help your life regarding science or technology. Okay, micronutrient deficiencies such as low vitamin D and magnesium are alarmingly common in people with type 2 diabetes, affecting nearly half globally. Women and those in the Americas are at higher risk, and the study underscores the importance of addressing not just energy metabolism, but also overall nutrition. Researchers call for targeted interventions and further studies to explore the causes and solutions to these deficiencies. Would you like to know more?
So I would like to know, is there a daily recommended dose of magnesium and vitamin D for people that are diabetic or just in general or both?
I think in general, I think it's you don't want to go higher than the recommended. But I was trying to find the book. I wanted to show it on one of our segments. I couldn't find it. That eating for life or healthy eating for life, and it had he's the doctor said that you got to take supplements like fish oil and cinnamon and magnesium and zinc and probiotics and vitamin D and B.
You're
And
not getting enough of it in the
right
regular
down,
food that you eat. So
yeah, he went right down the list, and so I know what he's talking about. And even this, not just diabetes, but a lot of people are missing these nutriments.
Gotcha. So micronutrient deficiencies, where levels of essential vitamins and minerals are too low for proper bodily function, are commonly found in people with type 2 diabetes, according to a pooled data analysis published today, January 29th, in the journal BMJ Nutrition, Prevention, and Health. The analysis highlights vitamin D as the most commonly deficient micronutrient, with women at greater risk than men. These deficiencies, often referred to as hidden hunger, pose a significant health challenge. So I drink a lot of milk.
Yeah.
I probably drink 4 gallons of milk in a week.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I've talked to people and they say that doesn't sound like a lot. And I've talked to other people that a gallon of milk can last them a week. But
that's a lot.
I don't know. Do I need, and I'm not type 2 diabetic, do I need to increase my vitamin D supplements, even though I'm drinking all that milk? Because some people have told me,
vitamin D? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's high in vitamin D. But how high is it in vitamin D? Is it high enough? I don't know. Anyway,
I wonder if it's on the little sticker thing.
Yeah, you mean the breakdown of
the breakdown of all the stuff.
Daily allotment. Yeah, I'll have to look. But I know there's vitamin D in milk. But again, I
calcium too.
Do I need to supplement? Like you just said, what's the...
Well, he said magnesium too. I mean, this article said magnesium.
Yeah. And I know magnesium was one of the 4 or 5 vitamins that was recommended for people who were trying to get through COVID or stay out of COVID's way. So it's pretty important.
These supplements, a lot of people need these supplements.
Yeah, well, because again, we're not getting it in our food.
Yeah, we're not
getting our food. So anyway, is that you still? And me still? Yeah. Research explained that type 2 diabetes is influenced by factors such as genetic predisposition, environmental conditions, sedentary lifestyles, unhealthy diets, and obesity. Previous studies suggest that micronutrients play a critical role in the disease's development, potentially impacting glucose metabolism and insulin signaling pathways.
I think I need to get out my supplements and get with the program.
Yeah, you see stuff all the time where guys are saying, that all this stuff that you take for type 2 diabetics or that type 2 diabetics take, there's ways to get off that. We know a guy. If I mentioned his name, you know him well. And he was able to get off of his type 2 diabetic medicine by just changing his diet and doing some little bit more exercise. But
is his foot amputated?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah, no.
That's not who I'm thinking. You're thinking.
Yeah, and this guy's a little bit older than I am, and he's been on the type 2 diet, medicine for a long, long time. But yeah, able to reduce it, and then eventually I think he got off it. So
So
there's
you
ways.
can turn it around.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. To estimate the global prevalence of micronutrient deficiencies in people with type 2 diabetes, researchers reviewed databases to identify relevant studies and pooled the available data for analysis. The final analysis included 132 studies involving 52,500 participants, published in multiple languages between 1998 and 2023. Nearly all the studies, except for 3, were conducted in hospital settings.
The analysis revealed that 45% of people with type 2 diabetes globally have micronutrient deficiencies, like vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes, with the prevalence slightly lower, 40% among those with diabetes related complications. Regional differences were attributed to varying dietary habits, lifestyle factors, and cultural practices.
Yeah, it said it was across
Cultural
language.
practices, huh?
Yeah, well, it was across languages. So people in Haiti doing voodoo will have be eating something different than Scotland.
Chickens, and haggis.
Haggis. Vitamin D deficiency was the most common, affecting 60.5% of individuals with type 2 diabetes. Excuse me. Magnesium deficiency was also widespread, affecting 42%, while iron deficiency impacted 28%. Vitamin B12 deficiency was reported in 29% of participants. It was even more frequent among those taking metformin. I know a lot of diabetes people are taking metformin.
That's the ticket, right? That's the first thing they give you, and then they bump it up, and then they give you that. What's that other one? Lipizide. Lipizide, is that what the other one is?
I don't know.
So
it gives you diarrhea.
They just keep pumping it, and then if your numbers don't come down, then they give you more, and that just. And you're right. If you look at the bottle, there's some serious side effects,
contraindications.
Yeah. So anyway, further stratification of the pooled data showed that prevalence was higher in women with the condition than in men at nearly 49%, and highest among patients in the Americas. Now, again, I think that's got to go back to just our lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
54%. Most of the included studies were cross-sectional, making it difficult to establish causality.
Mm-hmm.
Casualty. Yeah, we went with that. Causality, nor was it clear whether the micronutrient deficiency preceded poor glycemic control or a consequence of it. Caution the researchers. Yeah, that's what do you do, right?
Yeah. Well, you listen to studies that we're talking about, and you try and make a pivot.
Yeah.
And as there are no valid population-based studies looking at micronutrient deficiency, it's impossible to draw comparisons between patients with type 2 diabetes and the general population. They add, quote, "This systematic review exemplifies the double burden of malnutrition in action, whereby nutritional deficiencies and diet-related non-communicable diseases such as type 2 diabetes coexist." Shane McAuliffe said that, visiting senior academic associate at NNED Pro Global Institute for Food, Nutrition, and Health, which co-owns the journal.
So, quote, "The treatment of type 2 diabetes often tends to focus on energy metabolism and macronutrients, but the identification of a higher prevalence of specific micronutrient deficiencies in those affected is a reminder that optimizing overall nutrition should always be a priority. The findings should help to focus research and policy initiatives aimed at furthering our understanding of the causes and effects of these deficiencies and the potential for targeted and tailored interventions."
Yeah, so I guess we would just encourage you, do some research and find out what nutrients supplements you need, and then just get them.
Yeah, so that's a great question, right? If you're going in and your numbers, your ACE numbers or your blood sugar numbers are off whack, do they do like a blood test to tell you that you're deficient in vitamin D, or you're deficient in magnesium, or you're deficient in, you need to supplement with cinnamon? Or is it all about big pharma and take the metformin?
No, you can test for that, certainly through your blood, but you've got to, it's not just, you got to ask for, I need to know all these.
Your numbers.
Yeah, I need to know my numbers. Otherwise, if they're checking for your HCl and your whatever else they're checking for, they're not going to be checking for that. you got to tell them that you want that checked. But I took supplements for a long time, and it just gets into a grind where you're taking pills. I took pills in the morning, I took pills in the afternoon, just to split them up, so I wasn't taking them like 12 pills at one time.
Supplements like fish oil, like
Fish
omega-3s and that
oil,
kind of stuff,
yeah,
and
magnesium, the zinc, the probiotics, like I said, cinnamon to help with the blood sugar. There's cinnamon tabs.
oh no, but taking that as opposed to pumping down metformin or lipizide or whatever else they tell you before you have to start, before your type 2 becomes type 1, and then you're taking shots. I don't know. Is that a better way to go? The supplements versus.
I'd try it out and see if and then try it
See if
out
it
and
could
get
happen. Yeah, if
and
you
then
get your numbers
take
under
the
control.
blood and see if the numbers come back, and then maybe you can get off metformin.
Yeah,
because again, we're not medical doctors.
Yeah, absolutely not. So some of these, like I said, some of these side effects, I don't know, are worse than the suffering from the disease. It seems like
diarrhea is awful.
Yeah,
it's like you can't travel around.
Right.
So you got diarrhea.
It affects you what you can eat, and just I don't know.
When you're sliding into first and you're feeling something burst,
okay.
Diarrhea.
Nice talking to everybody today. Have a good one. Too much information.
I wish I could do it in a second.